Now, Asia, where you from? Is it Amberland, Timberland, Humphrey Cran?
Emblem.
What the hell
Emblem.
is it?
That means scoop.
Ambulance.
Emblem.
I was like,
So you know I got to lean in.
what's going on, everybody? It's me again. It is time to lean in, bitch. Welcome to the lean. We are here to discuss what's it called? College Hill, BET
Celebrity.
Celebrity Edition, a new show that is quite entertaining to watch. I will say it's quite entertaining. Asia hit me up. I think was it last week, and you said we're gonna do this show, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, but. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. What got me to want to do it definitely was Nene. Of course, because you wanted to do it. But see, Nene, I was like, I have no choice. Like the intro said, so you know I got to lean in. So like I said, we're here to talk about the College Hill Celebrity Edition on BET Plus, another damn streaming app. If you're watching right now, be sure to hit that like button, whether you're a new or you're returning person to our channel. Welcome, and also subscribe so you can get notifications about one-off shows that we do, such as things like this or anything that we post. You'll know right when it's posted, as long as you subscribe and hit that bell button to make sure you get notifications.
And lean.
Asia, what you feeling about this show? How you feel?
Okay.
You're like, okay.
I'm cracking up. Like this combination of people could not be any more perfect
Yeah,
for chaotic BET. And to make them go to school and really
exactly. That's the funny part is to make them go to school. That's where it's like they live in like you taking whole ass celebrities, social influencers, all these
yeah.
individuals who are in the public eye that have no regard to reality, they have no regard to being on the schedule, anything, listen to anybody, and you put them in this whole platform. I
Yeah.
think is actually quite hilarious.
It is so funny. It is okay. We both went to the real TSU.
We did go, we let's be very clear. We did go to the real TSU, not Texas Southern TXSU. If anybody's watching,
Not
hey,
TXSU.
might as
However,
well leave now because we went to the real TSU. But go ahead, I bet.
my blood run blue, baby. Um,
Right,
so to put them at a black school at that is just cracking me up because you know them black. I don't care how famous you are, baby. Don't play with me.
that's very much so what the professors are giving,
I love it.
and the dance leads.
I may be 20 years old, but Miss Ma'am, you need to practice like I asked you.
I don't know. I was like pleasantly surprised. I mean, I just the casting was just kind of like I don't really know much about Dream Doll, India Love.
I love it.
I don't know much about Slim Thug other than he's fine as hell.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about like other people than like Nene, of course, Ray J, even Stacey Dash. Just kind of seeing her around the media over the last few years for being controversial, but I really feel like in a time like this where reality TV is becoming repetitive,
Mhm.
you find shows like this where you have this random cast of people and it just works and it's
Yeah.
refreshing, it's new. So it's everything. I'm glad that we're gonna talk about it. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I think it's a nice little reason to also get BT Plus child because they would never got my money. But it was over $3. Okay, well, let's talk about it. So on the cast, we have Needy, of course, Lamar Odom, Ray J, India Love, Dream Doll, Stacey Dash, Big Freedia, and did I miss anybody else? Is that it?
Already
Oh,
know.
it's Big Freedia and Slim Thug, Slim Thug. So
Yes.
it's 8 individuals, from all across the damn world of being famous, whether it's music, rap, social media,
Reality TV.
reality, everything is all there. And so, you kind of get them all arriving. They're going to be in Houston. They're going to go to TXSU. I'm going to
Yeah.
say that every time because as an alumni of TSU, the Tennessee State University, I don't know what that other one is, but hey, whatever.
My husband graduated from the other one.
That's lovely.
From this
Congratulations, husband.
Okay. And you want a cookie for that, Asian?
But yeah, so you get them all arriving or whatever, and the first person to arrive is Nene. I think second is like Lamar, and at first I thought, I'm like, is Nene first flirting with Lamar? This is kind of interesting. But she was just saying how basically as if he tried to flirt with her in the past.
Yeah.
But Nene's energy is good, and especially considering like she's blacklisted. It hasn't really been on
All
reality
that,
TV in
yeah.
a while. She hasn't been on reality TV
Since
actually
Housewives.
since Atlanta season 12,
Oh,
I believe.
it,
11 or 12.
it
I
was
think
12. It was 12.
12. Okay, so it's been a while, and she had people say that Nene ain't got no job. So at this point, I mean, she BET Plus, she on this, so it's they obviously got some kind of jobs or whatever. Slim Thug arrives looking good. Ray J arrives. Everybody pretty much gets there. Now I will say when India Love and Dream Dog got there, I was just kind of like, okay, like I was expecting just maybe two other notable women, I'm saying, on the cast. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know much about them. I know India Love's name being passed around, and I know of Dream Doll just from kind of like being around because there's like a million dolls. There's Asian doll. It's all
Love
these
her.
different dolls. I know she's one of them dolls.
She's one of the dolls. I love Dream Doll. I
Okay.
absolutely love Dream Doll.
Well, I will say I after some time I actually do think they are. It's a good little combination.
It is.
But when Stacey arrives, she comes all in, and everybody's like, "Oh, Stacey Dash," and the first thing that they think of is obviously what we think of is just some things she said over the last few years. You know how she talked about get rid of Black History, but they show everything on the damn screen. Everything she said the last 5 to maybe 10 years. To saying that basically she ain't got no black card, they mention it. But when she gets there, that's not really what they own. They're not really on that.
Yeah,
they seem to be like, "Oh, girl, you want to drink?" She's like, "No, I don't drink anymore." And that's understandable. She did have issues with alcoholism, and she said as of 5 years now she has been sober, so that's understandable. And she comes in and she basically shoots off to her room or whatever, and while everybody else is partying and kikiing. And I wanted to ask you, like, at this moment, what did you think of how Stacey came in and kind of already has started to kind of like isolate herself?
Okay, so what initially threw me off was she was fidgety when she walked in.
That's one thing. She seems like maybe she ain't been sober for 5 years. And if she's sober from something, it may be alcohol, but it may be something else. Because but keep going. I'm sorry.
So that threw me off. So I was like, she's fidgeting, like maybe she's nervous or something, or she just did something, or so she needs to go calm down. So it didn't throw me off too much initially, but when I saw that she had her own room, I was like, this ain't gonna work out good because it's not going to. It's either gonna work out for the best or it's not gonna be good.
Right.
It was gonna be one or the other. But I thought she was rude.
You thought she was rude? Okay.
I thought it was.
She just seemed very short. Me personally, I wouldn't use rude. I just think that she was kind of like old girl said, kind of standoffish. You know what I'm saying? When you walk in a room full of people, you ain't gotta necessarily be like, "Hey," but you at least you don't want to come off as that kind of person. And I don't feel like she made much of a effort to be welcoming to anybody. So, and especially being the person that the girls and the guys are already looking at like, why she here? But it's what I'm saying, like they didn't come in that kind of way. It seems like they had kind of good energy. I just think, you said what?
It shocked me that they didn't even shoot off immediately with her.
But I also think I think Stacey may look at them a little differently as like slightly beneath her. And they're just not her type of girls, but in this experience of what they're going through, I think it's good for her to accept all. But okay. So I mean, from that point, Nene goes to check on her, and then Stacey's like, "I'm good, girl. I'm going to bed." They are getting ready for they kind of kicking and partying, but they're getting ready for their first day of school, which is the next day. They show this little montage of videos of where Ray J is like up, and Ray J is interesting. I'm gonna say he is very interesting. I don't know if he be serious or if he be playing. He's an interesting person to see. We've seen him here more recently also on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. So I feel like I'm getting part 2 of that, but we're getting more of a tier of people to be around versus just being around, the G and stuff like that. So, but he's interesting. He seems to be really full of himself. I'll just say that. But I mean, he is sisters with Brandy, so let's just be very clear. That's his sister, so I don't, and they related. So the first day of school, they are like riding to school, and the first thing like they're talking about is basically, I think it was somebody having an issue with like peeing on the toilet seat and stuff like that. And Big Freedia was talking about like how you need to shake it more, and you know what I'm saying. And this is the first one where Stacey's like, "Ill, like, that's just TMI." But they kind of pay her dust.
Yes.
They go to the school and they get like advisors. They get like this whole little rollout. I thought it was very cute. And then the first class that they're in is an African Studies class. And they're also in a business marketing class, I believe it was.
Integrated marketing or business marketing.
And so the end goal is that they'll get a certificate of completion for what was the actual program?
Interdisciplinary studies, or
like multidisciplinary studies.
Yeah. When you just don't have a major studies, and they just give you something because you got enough credits. That
well, they get a little more than what they got. So hey, no shade to anybody who don't have it, but they get that. And so the first thing that happens in the business marketing class is that the professor, I forgot her name, it started with a D, I believe. She's talking. Dr. Something, right? She's talking about the process and the grind it takes to get a business going and how it goes. And Ray J's basically combative with her and tells her that that's not how it works. He's been there, and so he don't give a fuck what she's saying. And she's like, he basically like battling the teacher. Yeah. And so everybody else in the class is kind of like, I don't think she's not taken away from the experience. She's saying that the process will remain the same of how you get from the bottom to the top of any business in an organization. And I just found it kind of interesting that Ray J was kind of like doing all that, but I'm like, okay, Ray J. Did you feel away, or was you just like
I think he's just made for TV. So between them showing him the night before being up doing his business in Hong Kong, leading into at 4 or 5 a.m. I don't sleep. I don't even take a nap. To leading into that same energy, him telling somebody else, like, I'm pretty sure she done already worked in it, like worked in the field. She probably has multiple businesses. She is a Black woman, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So she knows how to teach ABCs and 1, 2, 3s to people. But because Ray is famous and his businesses took off because we know who he is already. Mm-hmm. Not to take away from it, but it's easier to start a business when you're a celebrity because you automatically have a platform and followers.
Mm-hmm.
So he thinking he just know everything, but he ain't had to step foot. This is the first time he ever stepped foot in the class.
Yeah, clearly.
He don't have no type of etiquette. Did he even go to like a real high school that he had to listen to teachers?
I have no clue. I have no clue about his backstory.
That's Brandy's little brother.
Right, Brandy's little brother, who got famous with Kim Kardashian and married to Princess Love.
Oh yeah,
that's how I know. So not only does the teacher fire back at him, she also fires at basically says for the assignment they have to be in business professional attire. And she basically tells Dream Dog, girl, you need to come looking professional now with your titties out. And she was like, I mean, I got a suit on. I got a suit on. Damn, what you want?
That was hilarious to me.
But she was like, well, in my class, that's not going to work. So I need you to fix it. But Dream Dog she wasn't combative about it. She just was like, she tried to defend because she felt like, but she's like, no, that's not going to work. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, while they're doing all that, Stacey Dash, she more focused. Well, she was in the class, but she's more focused on being on the dance team. And she goes and they show her working out, and she just like, she doing her little dance. And I'm like, okay, first of all, girl, you ain't got the moves. But she said she did cheer and not hip hop, right? We're going to revisit this in a moment. But back at the house, it's the first night after the first day of class. Stacey decides she gonna go to the damn room again, And so Dream Doll takes it upon herself to go up and talk to her. And it's just like, I think you should come down and hang out with us. You feel like you kind of been, a little standoffish. And it seems like Stacey's receptive. It seems like she is, but instead of her coming down, she basically goes down and tells them that she's going to basically go to bed. And that's what she does, right? And so from that point, they show, I don't know, I can't remember the exact order, but they show her go back to the dance class, I think the next day, right? Yeah. And she goes the next day, all refreshed from her nap. And basically, the dance captain is just like, girl, you're supposed to practice. Like, why have you not practiced? She was like, well, and she's like, listen, like, yeah, this. And then she was like, can I do it slow? She's like, I let you do it slow yesterday. Today, you're supposed to be doing the full out. And as a dancer, now, do you think the captain was a little too strong, a little too harsh on her?
Cortez, when you would leave the room and go to dance class and come back to the room, you put all your effort into it, right?
Correct.
And then you would be in your room doing it, 1, 2, 3, right? So no, the dance captain wasn't hard, because if it was you, you would say the same exact thing.
Well, I understand that, but at the same time, I don't know how much time she actually had. I don't think it's unrealistic for her because the timeline looked like she went to rehearsal, she went to bed, she went back to rehearsal, and the girl was expecting something. But I don't know how long she was in rehearsal. I do agree, as a former dancer, I do agree that yes, she should have had it together. However, I just feel like the way she was kind of talking to her and treating her was a little like she said, like Stacey said, like, I'm an adult, like, have some respect. And I think there should be a little bit there. The girl was kind of just like, man, you ain't got it, like, damn. I mean, she just learned to dance. And like she said, she was expecting her to perform.
I'm old as hell, leave me alone. Because
right.
I'll say this is how I saw the sequence in my eyes, if I'm being honest. Mm-hmm. I saw Stacey Dash get a little excited the first day at the dance class. And she was just living her best life. Like, I haven't been around all these Negroes before. Like, my God. I'm having such a good time with these Black people. Maybe Black History Month can stay. And then she was exhausted when she got to the house. Like, I think she really was going to go down there and participate, and was like, I really can't. Because that's tiring, especially if you haven't done it in a long time. Of course. And so then when she woke back up, I think she was still just really tired. She didn't do nothing enough. Like, she didn't even practice, like, nothing. She was just high off of life.
The lady is, I don't know how old Stacey Dash is, but she is not young.
75.
She's 75. She don't damn 75. I'm like, 75? She look good. Oh, she's 75. No. I don't know. I mean,
however, that's just how,
she could have gave the damn lady another day.
Yeah. Because they were trying to rush to have her come out at that Saturday game.
Yeah.
Like, and they was like, really in school.
Yeah.
Like, she was trying to rush her, and that's why Stacey was like, no, you know what? I'll still come to practice and stuff like that. I'm just not doing this thing on Saturday.
He probably told Stacey, like, listen, the game is Friday, you got to get it. So, honestly, looking at it from the perspective of, if the performance is the next day, and you still want to half do the dance, you don't want to do it full out, then I agree. You know what? At this point, I think the best way to approach it would be like, Stacey, listen, I understand you didn't practice, but you're not ready. Versus just kind of these little comments, and kind of like, it just came off a little strong to me. That's all. And I ain't no Stacey Dash fans, but I mean, damn, girl. Damn. I'm just saying. She danced with you, but she at the end of the day, she Stacey Dash. She ain't one of your little peers. You ain't got to talk to her crazy. But,
Yeah, she was talking to her like a peer.
She was talking to her like she was a peer. Like she was just joining the dance team, which slightly is fair, but damn, I don't know. That's just me. And so, Stacey is upset. She goes home, whatever. And, when she goes home, she's met with the house basically saying that, and the exact words were, we feel like people deserve to be in a room alone, and that's not you. That's what Nene said. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, was that the best way to say Nene? But hey, And so basically, they propose a room swap. They feel like they do a vote, and the two people that have a room by themselves vote against it. I mean, and then that makes sense. Why would you not?
Share no room with nobody.
Right. And so they get outruled, and it gets to the point to where basically, she has to swap, but she doesn't want to share with a man, has to be with a girl, a woman, or whatever. And, she's kind of like not really for it. She's pushing against it. And it gets to the point to where Ray J is just like, you know what, you can leave, you can get the fuck out. I was like, damn, Ray J, like, come on. See, that's what I'm saying. He needs to be treated. He needs to be cussed out.
Somebody gonna cuss his ass out.
Well, yeah. Nene slightly did it in the next episode. But do you think they were a little too harsh and like hard on Stacey, and like how, because she ends up leaving out, she's like, you're not gonna cuss at me, and Nene's like, Stacey, come back, Stacey. How did you feel about the whole thing? Like,
I understood where they were coming from, and then I understand that I'm not leaving my room.
Yeah,
it's my room. So like,
you get the idea, and you get the reasoning for them wanting to do it. Like, was there?
I absolutely do, because they do want her to mingle in more. They want her to mix in more, and it seems like, because I don't think Dream Doll and India don't seem like they got a problem staying together. Freedia and Nene seem like they ain't got no issue staying in the same room together. So I really think it's just more so to get her acclimated with the group, so she has like to come.
But my thing is, how can you force someone to, like, I honestly, she don't want to really mess them like that. Putting her in the room with somebody else, that's gonna probably make it even worse, because now she's forced to be with somebody and she still ain't gonna talk to him, which makes it even worse than her being, at least she in her room, you know what I'm saying? So I get the idea and concept behind it, but I don't think it would have worked. She just didn't want to talk to them. They weren't her type of girl. She wanted to be with some white people.
I'm not leaving my room. I'm not.
Huh?
I'm not. And here's my thing. You ain't gonna tell me to shut the fuck up too. Like, that's or whatever.
He said get the fuck out.
You ain't gonna tell me nan one bit of nothing.
Yeah, he was a little too much, honestly. I mean, I was with it, but it did get a little aggressive. So it was just like, okay, like, all is over a room. Like, listen, if the girl don't want to hang with y'all, then at this point, let it be. And I mean, but on a show like this, I don't know why she even came. I'm tired of seeing people come on these shows.
Yeah.
And they they don't want to be there. We're seeing it on Ultimate Girls Trip with Vicky. We saw it slightly with Cynthia. It's like, this shows, or people come on these shows and they so anti, and it's like, you're coming on an ensemble cast. Like, you should not want to be that way. You're messing up the show.
Yeah.
And Stacey, we already don't really care for you like that anyway. So the least you could do is act, redeem yourself.
Something.
Try.
She can act bad or act good. Like, she can act bad.
Right. Like, just try to act like you want to be around these black people, please.
Yeah. Like, I just, she ain't even attempting. Like, somebody needs to give her a shot of Hennessy.
Yeah, she can't drink.
Ray J said, "Oh shit, yeah."
But definitely in that scene, in the scene with the dance captain, and then the scene when they confronted her about switching rooms, her words were slurred, and I just was like, she's just a little off. I don't know what's going on with her.
Even in the class,
God bless her. I just said, I don't know what's going on with her.
But she doing this.
Yeah, some ain't right.
She right. Does everybody identify as black in this room? You remember that part?
Mm-hmm. She said, "I'm black and Mexican," right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I saw that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I don't know what they getting at, but
yeah. Okay, that was pretty much all of episode 1. We can move into episode 2. So in episode 2 is where they're going to do their business marketing pitches. They have to make a video, do a presentation, and they have to do it on their phone. But they have to do it themselves. And we're gonna talk about the actual ideas, I guess, more in depth later, because there's the germalizer and then the hair hero. These are the ideas. And I'm like, what is this, Shark Tank, child? What the hell? But
this Celebrity Apprentice mixed with Shark Tank.
Correct. So the first big scene, or first scene that really happened that stood out to me, was actually between Big Freedia and Slim Thug. Now, this conversation is basically Slim Thug asking what are Big Freedia's pronouns. He basically says he's never hung out with anybody like him, so he doesn't want to be incorrect. And I thought that was actually like a very nice moment. And I wish that more people who are heterosexual or cisgender would actually take that approach. But hey, whatever. Maybe they're watching the show and they're learning. What were your thoughts on this scene? Because basically, Freedia explains that he comes from an older generation, so the whole like pronoun thing is new to him. He's gender fluid. He basically whatever you call him, he'll respond because that's what he is.
Or something. He called him something. Yabrija.
Brista.
Yabrista.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. So I really like that. And if you know, like if you actually lived in Houston, like I live in H-Town. Shout out to Slim Thug. He just walks around. Like you see Slim Thug at H-E-B at the grocery store. You see him at the club. He's being like, I don't even like flinch when I see him. The only reason that I notice him is because he's so tall.
Okay.
So I said all that to say he's cool. He's really cool.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. First time when I moved to Houston in 2016, I was like, oh my God, that's Slim Thug. Oh, he's so fat. He's so tall. Now I'm like, oh yeah, of course he's here. Like, why wouldn't he be? Like, why wouldn't he be at the gym?
Yeah.
So so I said that to say he's cool. He's very you could tell he if you ever like watch his Instagram, whenever he goes to like markets and stuff, he always shouts out Black-owned businesses, and just different vendors, all that other stuff. So it wasn't surprising to me that he didn't get on this show and act ignorant, but he also got on the show and was like, look, I want to learn. Like, I'm here to learn this, and I'm also here to learn that. I thought it was so beautiful. It was just a beautiful moment between.
It was a good scene.
Two people.
And I don't know Big Freedia like that, but I'm really enjoying Big Freedia. Like Big Freedia has, every time there's a show, there's always a motherly soul in the house. He has the motherly soul. Yes. In my eyes, between him and Nene, they like running the path of the house. You know what I'm saying? More so Big Freedia, because Big Freedia, but Nene, she always finds a way. She can mesh with everybody, but she always finds a way to where she's comfortable, and she always finds a side where she's comfortable. And I think that's clear where she stands, close to with Big Freedia and Lamar. Yeah. Everybody else, like she gonna be nice and friendly with and cordial, but Big Freedia seems to be talking to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like. So shout out to them too. They are actually hilarious together. So then after that, the next morning they have breakfast, and I guess going into breakfast, India Love and Big Freedia have a conversation to talk about just going to like India being in college. So India, she's a social media influencer, right? But
I don't know who that lady is, honestly.
I believe she is. But the thing is,
Probably.
I think she is. I'm going to look it up real quick to make sure. But the thing is, she's actually an introvert. And I think it's very interesting to see someone on TV who is a social media influencer that, wait a minute, let me make sure I'm getting this right. Is that what she is? Yeah, known for her Instagram and Vine account. Okay, she's a great example of everybody on social media is not extroverted. They are not these people. I'm not saying she's not who she is, but we all follow people and we be thinking like, oh, they this, they that, but in person they are the shyest. They just shy people. And I think she's very shy. But she shares to Big Freedia, what I'm saying, how she, wants to. Was it Big Freedia? Or was it Dream Doll? Did I get that right? It was India. It was. Who was it?
That was.
One of them said they wanted. They was doing this whole experience because they wanted to inspire their fans. I felt like Dream Doll, man. They look so much alike. If you look at it, it's hard. I mean, you can.
And one is like a little taller than the other.
And one of them got a lot more work done. But still, it's just like
that was India. That was India talking.
Okay, so yeah, they talk about that, and then they also talk about Stacey and just how she's kind of been anti. But at breakfast, once everybody's there. They're looking for Stacey. They hear these sirens and the ambulance appear. I'm like, the Ember lambs. Wait, what lambs What lamb chops, child?
I was like, where are we?
But she said it so seriously, and it also didn't help that Freedia came behind it and said another version. She said ambulance. He said ambulance. I'm like, Lord have mercy. The only person that got it right was Nene. I'll say that. She said ambulance.
Yes. Because she did go to Morris Brown. She is educated.
Nene usually can't talk, but she got that word right. So I was like, thank God they don't have us out here looking crazy because folks don't talk about us. But the ambulance is there to get pick up Stacey. Apparently she's like not feeling well or whatever. Nobody really knows the answer, but they end up wrapping her up like a mommy, as she said. That's so funny. I've seen somebody do
under that.
But the thing is, you saw how it was blowing away and they kept trying to cover her face up. I'm like, this is so damn dramatic.
She was in that thing like
she was like
the cover.
Baby. It was very dramatic. But nobody really knows why she is there. Why she's going, but she ends up going, and Slim Thug doesn't even know that she's gone. And he kind of sides with her and feel like, well, damn, like maybe we were too hard on her.
Yeah.
Do you think? Why do you think she is in there? You think it's
that? I think it was too much for her overall. If you just from like her demeanor the entire time, and then she doesn't like being cussed at, which you can't tell somebody like what to do and how to talk. However, like it makes her uncomfortable.
No, I agree.
And I think between the dance practice, the girl coming at her crazy.
I think that was the real. I think she really wanted to dance.
Yeah,
personally. You can tell like that was she was having a good time in that dance class. But to have that kind of baby, she was. I was like, what is she doing, baby? I don't know what she was doing. As a dancer, I was like, child, but she knew she had to get practice. But I think that kind of broke her spirit. I think she was like of anything, that probably was going to be her joy. And had she was able to do that, I think that may have helped her open up to the rest of the house, because it seemed like that was a happy space. But yeah, she goes to the hospital, and you see Big Freedia say, well, it's Nene's fault. I'm like, now wait a minute. Now she may have been the one to break the news, but everybody was all involved, and especially Ray J, who told her she can get the fuck out.
And I don't think they know about the dance, like how intense she's actually.
She hasn't really talked to them about it, so I guess not.
It don't seem like they know. Like, baby, I'm tired.
Yeah. Okay. So, in the next part of the episode, they start to get ready for their videos, their presentations, right? Because it's due the next day, I believe.
Yeah.
And like I said, Germalizer and the Hair Hero. Now, the Hair Hero is a machine that basically you put your head in it, and whatever hairstyle you want, the length, the color, it will make it for you. So it's essentially a damn vending machine for hair.
Is this the Jetsons?
Baby, what the hell? And then the Germalizer is a machine, is a thing that basically you put your hands under it, and it lets you know if your hands are dirty, which is made based off of Lamar Odom, who apparently does not wash his hands. Like, ew, disgusting.
Did you see scrape his booty with the toothbrush?
I didn't understand why. That's disgusting. Lamar, nasty.
I understand what he's doing. I understand he's had strokes. And he's just not all there, if that makes sense. He admits it too.
Okay, well, I hope I don't have no strokes. I want to make sure I always have good hygiene, regardless. I'm just gonna say if that's the case. So they basically get ready for their videos and their presentations. And one of the groups, which is Big Freedia's group, is talking to someone about doing a video or something like that. Dream Doll overhears. She goes back to her group and lets her know. And then they go and snitch to the damn teacher.
Yes.
Now, in snitching, I guess the team wasn't privy to knowing that Ray J clearly also had got help, but the other team didn't snitch about it. I don't know if they got help because they heard him get help, but they show a scene of
Ray J got help first.
Eavesdropping, right? But they didn't bring it to. They didn't make it a big thing.
Yeah.
So this causes a big stir because Nene is just like, bitch, you got help too. Like I heard you got help too. And she ran up on him and was like, you already know I'm not the one.
She's about to do this to his face.
I said one thing Nene gonna do is run up on somebody. Lord Jesus. She said, now hold when anytime Nene says, okay, let me tell you something. Hold on, let me tell you something.
Hold on now.
Hold on, let me tell you something. It's gonna be like, oh shit, she's gonna go off on something. But it wasn't that bad. I mean, she did kind of go off on him and he owned up to it in saying that, but thoughts on this whole thing and the snitches and the snitching on each other and shit like that.
I just was like, why is y'all snitching? Like, it's not like they competing against each other.
That's what Nene said. Nene said we're not competing with each other. Like we're competing for a good grade. So she made a very valid point when she said that.
Like, but you they never been in school. Like they don't understand group projects.
Yeah, group projects, and you know what, they do understand because the way they moving, they put all their faith in one person. Both group did, okay, yes. But and it didn't work out that way. There's always a person that don't know shit. Yep. But they gonna end up, they gonna get the grade. They gonna be present in your love, and you always have somebody that's actually doing the work. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good visual of what the hell really happens in group projects. But I'm glad that Nene was like, we're not competing against each other, y'all. Like this is for a grade. Like let's just mind our business, which they clearly
our multiple disciplinary study.
Right. But the videos that they did were hilarious. Lamar Odom in that wig. Why did they get that damn? That was Nene's wig in black. It was backwards and it was black.
In black. Yes, absolutely.
It was a fool.
Absolutely. It was hilarious. I was cracking up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought it was both of the ideas were a joke to me. I'll say that. I mean, it's only something that a celebrity or somebody in the public eye would think of because the person that is closer to reality would never pitch anything like that.
It's funny because I mean I used to do case competitions and I'm like, if I came up with something that stupid and could win, well shit.
Exactly. Nobody close to reality would think of anything like we would be like that's something you play around with. They're not something you present in class, but hey, it works for them and they took it very seriously. Because in the presentations, and just to mention Ray J, who is the master of marketing, is not gonna be present because his aunt passed. Make sure you're in peace. But in the actual presentations, we only see one. We see the hair hero. The presentation went really well. I mean, they spoke pretty well. They got critiques about the target audience, which is important. If you taking any kind of business class, marketing, anything like that, even in my master's program, like you're gonna hear target audience a lot, because that's very important. So I'm glad they mentioned it. And
I have a marketing agency, and all my clients, like that is the first thing I tell them.
Yeah,
is who are we selling this product to?
Well, who did they say? Everybody with hair?
They said everybody.
Yeah, no, that's not a target. That's not a target audience. That's just saying. What you saying is, oh, this can be used by everybody. Yeah. But what is your target audience? What they should have said was black people with hair loss, or I don't know, black people who are lower income and don't have the funds to find a thing, or who don't have the means to find I don't know, anything. It needs to be specific, particular, not baby, we said everybody.
And it could be made up, like because clearly this is not ever gonna be a real thing. So you could just make it up.
Yeah.
You could be like, it's for people who podcast, like anything.
And I thought they was gonna get Dream Dog. Dream Dog tried to be shady, and she was like, y'all did this yourself? Nene was like, all right, girl.
Play with your mama, don't play with me.
You're in that Dream Dog, girl. But the reason why she said she did it is because of India Love, who is having a whole panic anxiety attack. And that's kind of where the episode ends, because she like leaves and the professor goes and talks to her without the camera. But I don't I'm like, damn, Indy, is she nervous because she don't know what the hell is going on with the project, or is that what it is, or she just nervous because she said
she doesn't know what's going on. And her and Lamar is similar in that, like, they didn't say that they had learning disabilities. They just both, in their own way, stated that they don't like take information in well.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she's going through.
Well, she did say that earlier. They did show her with the little clocks and the algorithms all around her head.
What that mean?
But I think once the next episode comes on, she's going to actually do well. I mean, hopefully. I hope she don't bail out on it, because this one is like, girl, come on now. You on reality TV talking. I mean, get in front of this damn. She acts like she is in front of a whole damn class. It's 2 people up there, the professor and somebody that is actually another professor.
It's their other professor, their African American Studies professor.
Right. Like, girl, I understand nerves, but get your ass up there and talk about this damn germaphobe shit.
Like, what I think it is, she probably puts out so much content and such great content on the internet. Because she does it by herself. Like, and it's just her doing it. And it's, like, if you are a loner, you can, you and a creative, like, it's easy for you. That's what you do. Like, somebody who's outgoing like me, I'll suck at putting content up because I'm always out there running my mouth.
Maybe that's why. I give content in person, in real life. I do that social media stuff. I can give a little bit, but in person, I'm a monster. So it's like,
right, much. So I think that's what it is. Like, I think she'll get over it when she realizes it's the same thing that she does anyway.
Exactly.
But I think it's a mix too, because she's like, I don't know what's going on. Ray was supposed to do this.
Yeah, it's kind of to see a social media influencer, somebody who is famous from million other people looking at her and watching her struggle with this. But like I said, it's good for people to see this, because these people do not be they don't be what we think they are. They be nervous, shy. They are human too. They just got a camera and a lens and a little more money. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I did like Dream Doll's outfit.
She did look good.
She looked really good. She was like, I can't wait to show the professor what I got. And
she's so hood. She's like, I like her. I don't know, like, I never knew anything about her before now, other than like, knowing that she was one of the dolls of all the mini dolls out there. But I like her. She's
raps. She actually is like a good rapper. Like, I like her songs.
Yeah. Well, her and Emma Lambs, I'm sure she's gonna get famous off of that, because Emma Lambs was a lot. That was a lot.
It stuck out. Maybe that should have been their project.
Next thing gonna be saying salmon. You got some salmon. Or Mo Control refrigerator.
Library.
Right. It's gonna be something else for all we know. But overall, like, the first 2 episodes were really good. The first one, I will say, I struggled a little bit trying to figure out where they were going, but then I kind of got into it. The second episode, like, I was all in. I was actually hollering. And so it's a fun show. I'm glad not only that it's on, but I'm also glad that we are going to be reviewing it each week. So
yes.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on the episode?
I think did you watch the verses?
I watched clips. just the clips. I didn't watch the whole.
This made me want to watch I watched the whole thing. Well, I I fast forwarded it through a lot. But Ray J being on there, like, after seeing verses and knowing Ray J was on there, I think I was more so cracking up at Ray J the first episode, because I kept thinking of the one wish. So that, I think,
I'm surprised they even asked him. I mean, he got a song, but they ain't no damn singer. But hey, whatever. I don't know.
I think he just was. That was like, well, who else can we just add up here?
Correct. Very much so.
So yeah, I think that's why I was like, just cracking up at him in the first episode.
He is something else. He can't be telling
me. I was cracking up at him in space.
Huh?
I was cracking
up. But Ray J don't know how to talk to women in general, so this ain't nothing new.
No,
he definitely would try. He'll try that with. He tried that with her. I don't think he'll do that with like Nene or anybody else. But,
no.
I mean, look how he talked to Princess. He pushed Princess in the whole pool.
Damn pool, yes.
Right. I mean, he don't know respect like that. But damn, he have to. Yeah.
To her, get the
they
fuck
could
out.
do a little better. I don't know if she's gonna come back to that. You think she's gonna come back? I hope she doesn't. She don't mess. Like I don't know what she gonna bring at this point. Like at this point, take her out and bring somebody else in.
Yeah, that's where I am, and it could be. If it was Meg Thee Stallion, it'd be great. But Meg Thee Stallion
she already got her degree,
and from that school. So yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I don't want her back. No, she can stay. She didn't have to get the fuck out.
She had to get the fuck out. That was just low. But what they should have said was like, listen, because they came up with these rules and these house rules, and honey, these rules are nowhere. I mean, yeah, you guys are voting, but she ain't got to go nowhere, to be honest.
I'm not leaving my room.
You gotta do shit. Let's just be clear, y'all. But hey, whatever.
If we go on a cabin trip and I got my room myself, I'm not leaving that bitch.
I'm sure that if anybody else was in their room by themselves, Nene included, they would have been like, nah.
No. Definitely, because she's the elder.
I'm surprised she's even sharing a room. That's surprising to me. Just because it's just surprising how she is. So
I think the only reason that they could get Stacey to come was by saying she can get her own room. And I think with Slim Thug, it was the same way. Because Slim Thug, like, I live down the street. So
yeah, interesting. I don't know who. I don't know.
I'm gonna stay by myself. And I don't know if you noticed, but Ray J and Lamar, they not in a room. They in like an open area that they just put 2 beds in.
The house is too damn big not to have. If not everybody had their own room, but I guess the roommate style, I guess, of college, but still, everybody should have had roommates in.
I want my own room. Yeah, but they probably
wouldn't. No, they should have added to remove any confusion. Everybody should have been in the room with somebody. That's college, okay? That's
not my freshman year, but okay.
Where was you at, Rudolph?
No, so remember, I came to TSU from another school.
Oh, child. Well, listen, at TSU, you had a roommate.
I shared. Because we lived in hell. I shared a room with you.
Correct. At TSU, the only time you got a room by yourself is if you was a RA, or if you lived in NRC or Ford. So that whole solo room thing.
And not all the RAs. Our RAs, the RAs on my floor, that's
true. They weren't even like that. So yeah, no.
Yeah, they shared a room together too. Mm-mm. So, and it was room with 4 people in it. Yeah, no, it was a lot. I think I was on the 6th floor. The 6th floor was a lot.
I don't know. I think I was on the 2nd floor. On the 2nd floor.
Not sure. Yeah, you was on the
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and lean out. Thank y'all for watching. We just recapped episodes 1 and 2 of College Hill Celebrity Edition. Really good show. If you ain't watched it, you shouldn't be here watching this. But if you are and you didn't watch it, go on BET Plus, download. I think if you ain't never had a subscription, it's like $4 for. It's free.
It's free for like the first week.
Well, I must have. Mine told me $4 for up until December. So.
Oh, maybe that's the new one.
Well, this show ain't gonna be on for longer than like a month or so. So I ain't gonna need it for too long. I'll give them the $8. But make sure y'all like this video and make sure y'all check out many of our other videos. We do a live recap of Atlanta on Mondays, Real Housewives of Atlanta, live recap of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on Wednesday, and we also do a live recap of Ultimate Girls Trip 2 on Bravo, the Ex-Wives Club. So check out our videos, like this video, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you thought of this episode or these 2 episodes, and who is your favorite classmate. We're gonna have the classmate right now.
And least favorite.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time, okay? Good night.
Lean out.